I think that's one of the biggest things that players feel from other teams. And again, let's also be honest. Other teams out there have been, trying to cheat as well, and sometimes throwing the stones can be interesting. But this is also people who got caught. And I think one of the biggest things for the players, and I think this is the way I would feel if I were still playing, is, wait a minute, they did something and got caught, and they're not being punished. And you get Rob Manfred. People will say, I understand the reasons. You gave them immunity so you could get the truth. And also it would have been a tough battle with the union, had they got involved with the way the players supposedly didn't get the memo and the info from the GM and from the manager, that it would have been difficult. But still, players, I think, see a lot of that as saying, you guys got caught with your hand in the cookie jar and zero happened to you for it.
Well, yeah, I think the players don't see all the rest of that. They say, well, you're willing to fight us on plenty of other stuff, but you weren't willing to fight to protect the integrity of the game. This one thing that as players and as the front office management and the commissioner's office in Major League Baseball, we're all supposed to have a shared hand in, like you said, some of that gets skewed because there are guys trying to cheat at various levels. But
absolutely.
And I heard Jeff Passan mention this on Spain and Company last night. There's a difference of what other people are accused of and the level that we have seen caught and very clearly spelled out here that we could only speculate in other instances. We can say everyone's trying to sign steal. A lot of people try and cheat and try and find various edges, but there's a difference between that and the severity of what we know and uncover here. And so listen, if you're one of the players that knows your house isn't clean and you're throwing this one, I have a feeling things are eventually going to come up for you. But for someone the level of Mike Trout to come out and speak out on something like this kind of indicates a level of severity that Major League Baseball definitely wasn't ready for.
It also speaks to how players are going to continue to react to this. Now, obviously, as everybody knows, I watch too much Law & Order. Like, Law & Order is one of my guilty pleasures. The original Law & Order. Don't give me any of the other versions. I want the original Law & Order.
Okay.
And, I will just watch episode after episode. In fact, once I hear the gung gung, I'm done. Like, there's just no point. This feels like a bad Law & Order episode where you've seen, we've all seen the episode, where they give the wrong people immunity. They give immunity, and then they figure out the whole crime, and they look around and say, oh, God, why did we do that? And there's a little moment here from Rob Manfred where he had to decide who to punish. And it feels like in the decision to punish management front office and not punish players are angry about it. Justin Turner, Dodgers third baseman, he's not happy with Manfred in general.
Rob Manfred called the World Series trophy a piece of metal. He said, we're going to give back a piece of metal. And a lot of players, Justin Turner spoke up there, but a lot of players, that rubbed them the wrong way, saying, wait a minute. It's the honor, certainly, of winning the World Series, but, how much you love that trophy and what it represents. And here this guy called it a piece of metal because it fit the situation. When he's handing it out, it certainly isn't a piece of metal, these guys are saying. But now all of a sudden when people are saying, hey, maybe take it back from these guys, now it's just a piece of metal. So that certainly irks some of the players as well.
Yeah, the public skewering of a commissioner now has become something in Major League Baseball. And usually we're used to seeing in football, Roger Goodell get it all the time. Adam Silver in the NBA is beloved, and somewhere in the middle of that had kind of been Major League Baseball where, listen, we also know in recent years, going back especially to last offseason, there had been mounting frustration growing between the players, their union, and the rest of Major League Baseball because of the way things were happening financially. This has a whole different level of vitriol on this one. You can clearly see, it is genuine dislike from a lot of these players right now for the commissioner of the league.
Oh, yeah. If the Astros players, if anybody involved in this scandal at any point goes on to have a successful year, the comment will be they should have been suspended, shouldn't even been in the league in the first place. When the moment comes that Manfred has to hand that piece of metal off to somebody in October this year, that's going to be contentious. This isn't going. The first time he suspends somebody for hitting a batter, this isn't going anywhere for players or commissioners.
The over-under was set at 83.5?
83.5.
Take the over.
Players hit by pitch for the Astros. By the way, I think the Indians led that last year with over 100 batters hit.
By the way, we buried the lead in all this. Jose Altuve confirmed tattoo on his collarbone.
Yeah.
We don't know if it was bad or not, but Jeff Passan, I think, indicated we have a tattoo on the collarbone.
Again, with that did you hear what he did? He walked by the group of reporters, took his shirt off, so people could see the tattoo and then put another shirt on. So really trying to.
It just got touched up. That's why it was. It was still bleeding. It just got
Can it get any
up.
more ridiculous?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.